Hi, my name is Felicia, and this is me presenting my capstone research journal. I came into this assignment with no particular theme or direction. I wanted to remove all expectations and be able to fully dive into the project without judgment or limitations. I tried to achieve a diverse range of inspiration sources, drawing from different art forms and mediums, as well as noticing the natural beauty of the world around us. I was also experimental in the design of the journal layout itself, which admittedly is a little inconsistent, but it became a reliable playground for my research. To start the journal, I chose to include the manifesto essay Good Writers Are Perverts, published by anonymous creative game collective Domino Club. It describes common perversions within art and the creative process. The first paragraph reads, "I mean that something in the act of visualizing a thing they want and turning it into reality is ultimately made better, more viscerally effective when the writer is an out-and-out pervert. When you can see wow, this dude cares a little too much about the subject matter. And in that intensity, we get hyper-reality, as all fiction is. Even realistic fiction bends the nature of true life to remove the worst bits and intensify the bits we get off to." The essay mentions Quentin Tarantino, which alludes to my own love of cinema and how much movies are a huge inspiration to my work and life. This piece felt like a fitting introduction, an encouragement and approval to be unapologetically shameless in our creative work. Continuing on my love of movies, I had a gander at the A24 Films merch store. I was pleasantly surprised to find a collection of zines, guests written by different movie writers and directors I looked up to. Here I've chosen to showcase one of the zines, We Come in Peace, edited by comedians including drummer Fred Armisen. The photography and table of content spreads are particularly striking, though I will be going back to the entire zine collection for more inspiration throughout my capstone. The third most engaging piece of inspiration is one by artist Corey Morrison called Grass is Growing Under Our Feet. He made his own paper using grass he collected and uses this to print photos of the grass itself before it was harvested. As he states, you can see the past in the photograph and the present in the paper. I love the texture that is achieved within the final prints and makes me reflect on the natural beauty of the world around us right under our feet. I made a solid effort to try out as many of the works featured in the itch.io Queer Games Bundle 2023, an annual collection of queer, indie, and experimental games. Many of the microgames included used an engine called Bitsy, a minimalist video game creation platform. I experimented with this tool and created a short game that is an ode for a close friend. Using pixel art and poetry, I was able to create an interactive love letter to someone who's very dear to me. I think it would be really cool to continue experimenting with game design and interactive experiences, especially in Bitsy, whose limitations only bolster creativity and a focus on narrative. E. Cummings is one of my favorite poets, and I believe that he is the go-to poet for many graphic designers. He masterfully dissects and experiments with grammar and linguistics in his work, and creates a poem that is better seen than it is heard. In my own way, I followed his deconstructive approach to language for cutting out newspaper text to recreate his poems. Being hands-on and skimming through the articles to turn them into something new, something more artistic, was a highly meditative process and one that I hope to continue. Finally, while I had strived to diversify my sources of inspiration and expand my horizons throughout this research journal, I had to include one of my favorite illustrators, Flesh.png, on Instagram. I studied their highly stylized and textured rendering and ended with a piece of art that I felt proud of myself. Here I focus on shape, form, and color, but the use of collaging throughout their illustrations is another aspect I want to explore, as collage has become an apparent theme throughout this research journey. Looking back at my experiments, the ones that I'd enjoyed the process of most were ones where I was hands-on, working with paper and scissors or drawing as opposed to working with just a mouse and keyboard. The creation of this research journal itself throughout the past few weeks has also highlighted how much I value the curation of art in all of its forms within my creative practice. I hope to develop a project that gives me an opportunity to continue exploring the different things that inspire me and that I'm passionate about. It would be cool to have the chance to keep showing off the artists I admire, like all the movies and video games and artworks that I'm constantly recommending to people. Creating something for the nerds, geeks, and perverts, expressing themselves wholeheartedly, and how that can have a lasting impact for myself and others. An acknowledgement and exploration to the things we create in pursuit of and in reaction to art. I like my capstone project to be an opportunity to continue playing with different materials, mediums, and techniques, and drawing from diverse artists, indulging in and not shying away from my love and fetish for art and creation.